Welcome, parents and teachers. My name is Rockie Sue, and I'd like to introduce you to my YouTube channel, Rockie Sue YouTube, where I teach flannel graph Bible stories for homeschoolers, for Christian schools, for children's churches, or to be shown with your own families. My lessons begin in Genesis with the creation through the fall of man, and then they continue through the 9 stages of Israel's history, which is from the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, through the Old Testament, into the person of Christ, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the Gospels, and then the beginning of the church, which are Acts through Jude, and then the book of Revelation. I'm posting on nearly a weekly basis, so these lessons will continue for about 3 to 4 years, and they're designed to be shared in a classroom setting, but I encourage you to add your own songs, memory verses, activity and coloring sheets, games, and refreshments if possible. Now, I will be posting some of the ideas for games that I've created over the years, as well as showing you a game board that I made that has proven to be invaluable. Now, there are many activity and coloring books available to correlate with Bible stories, but I want to show you the one that has quickly become my favorite, and that is Betty Lukens. And the reason it's my favorite is it's available on CD or on flash drive. And that makes it so much easier for the teacher because you've got it right there and you can print off the number of copies that you need. And her activities correlate with nearly every lesson that you can find in the Bible. As we go through, you don't have to try to find a bunch of books because the coloring book you have doesn't have something that correlates with it. Her stuff goes with almost every lesson that I will be teaching. And a simple search for Betty Lukens online will take you directly to her site. Now, I do want to note that because we live in a world where there is so much skepticism, as well as outright lies being told about the Bible, that I am including archaeological, historical, and scientific evidence into the lessons that I teach to help validate the authority of God's Word. In today's world, this is very important because it helps support what you're teaching to your students. My lessons can be found again on Rockie Sue YouTube, and the Rockie, take note, is spelled with an I-E, not a Y as it normally is spelled. And most of my lessons are numbered lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, and forward. But I've also added extra lessons such as the Easter story, the Christmas story, and the Old Covenant versus New Covenant. That's a lesson that is very evangelistic and an excellent one to use in a case where you're wanting to share the gospel. Please use these free lessons to help teach God's Word to the children around you and share them with other adults whom you think might be interested in using them to teach their children or the classes that they teach. Now, I'm also a writer, and one of my series is a children's series, and it is called Jake and the Heavenly Host. Jake and the Heavenly Host can be found on Amazon. Now, Jake and the Heavenly Host has the gospel in the book. It shows both the angelic realm and the physical realm, and it is action-packed. In the schools where it has been placed, it quickly became the favorite book of the students, and they do projects and all kinds of things over this book. But it's a series of 4. It is available on Amazon, as well as my adult fiction books and my autobiography titled It's Hard to Drain the Swamp When You're Up to Your Ears in Alligators. And I was a pastor's wife for 30 years. That book is life in the ministry, the funny, the comical, the things that are not so funny. But that book will help you to be able to know how better to minister to your minister. And I also have one, Creation versus Evolution, that can be used with homeschool teaching or in classroom settings as well. To find my books, the fiction, adult, and the rest of them, just look up Rockie Sue on Amazon. and it should take you to all of the books that I've written. Thank you so much for joining me today.